Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle.
I must have made 2 hours worth of phone calls today trying to get my prank phone call thing idea to work. But I'm having such a hard time getting the owner, like the decision maker for a business on the line, because that's who I need. I need a decision maker. So I call these places and I say, "Hi, is my camera on yet? Let's restart the call because
No.
I think it's going to be lazy."
Okay, all right. We'll just call right back.
Yeah.
Oh, it just worked.
It came on at the last second.
It did. Like as I'm. Yeah, I saw it too.
So let's see here. So what I've been doing? I'm still not on. I'll wait till it.
You need to press your camera, Kyle.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did I not? Maybe I didn't call with the camera button. Maybe I called with the voice one.
There we go. All right, we're back in business now. Taylor's coming along. Taylor, can you hear me?
Yep.
You didn't
All right,
click
there
your
we go.
camera. There we go. Thank you.
That's
Taylor.
good enough. So I call these local businesses, and I've been picking what I think will be like blue collar businesses. I called granite companies, lumber companies, and stuff like that. And my first question is, "Hi, I'm calling local businesses to see whether or not they'd be interested in sponsoring a 5K charity event we're holding at the local high school. Who would I want to talk to about that over there?" And then they say, "Oh, you want Bob, or you want the CEO, or the president, or the marketing manager," and then they transfer me to him. And I've been having a really hard time getting to anybody that I can fuck with. But I did talk to one of the ladies at the desk today and got her really, really angry because what I'm calling for is I want to raise money for my group, right? And I start by saying, "Well, ma'am or sir, you've probably heard of the LGBT. They support lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgendered rights. Like we're all very familiar with this." I open up with this to her, and she goes, "We ain't into all that," and hangs up. And I'm like, we're just getting started here. That was a for instance, right? So I call her back up, get her on the phone, and she's like, "We ain't into all that. Now you're not even talking to the right person." And I'm like, ma'am, we got off on the wrong foot here. See, I don't like the LGBT, I'm gonna be honest. That's not my cup of tea, if you know what I mean. She's like, "Well, all right then." They don't go far enough, ma'am, I'm telling you. And they don't support the group that I'm into. See, we're the ABCFA. We're the adult babies, cloppers, and furries of America. And then I just go silent because I just said that I'm representing the adult babies, cloppers, and furries of America. Now, adult babies are, of course, adult men or women, mostly men, right? Because we're the weird part of the sex. We're the kinky motherfuckers that are doing this awful shit. They fetishize and sexualize being a baby. They wear diapers. Sometimes they soil their diapers and have it changed by a woman. Sometimes they're just mothered by the woman. Pacifiers, the little baby thing you wear on your head, all that shit, right? A very funny fetish. Also, cloppers. These are people, and I explained this to
Please
her.
tell me it's related to horses.
Oh, it's better. These people sexualize the My Little Pony cartoon show.
Oh, why wouldn't they?
They are into the idea of fetishizing and fucking the My Little Pony characters. And I saw this plush My Little Pony that had a zipper in the back, and when you unzip it, it reveals a pony vagina that you can then use like a one of those what are the fleshlight sort of mechanism.
Right.
Yeah, very weird kind of thing. Very odd subsection.
Weird, little
of society.
judgmental. So screw you.
And then, of course, the furries, the people who sexualize, like, what do they call it? Transmorphic
up like
entities that are like sort of quasi-humanoid / animal creatures.
That's actually
and
the most normal of
I'm down with that. And
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that
Hold on.
because before I go any further, we had a guy who was a furry on the show. I completely respect what they do. However, I felt like it would be very funny to, like, throw that in the face of this conservative person, along with the cloppers and the adult babies. So, no offense meant to anyone. But then I explained to them that there are 3 different levels. Oh man, maybe you just don't want to dig that deep. We have the bronze package. Now, when you sign up for the bronze package, and I always make up a different dollar amount depending on how much money the company has. I say for the bronze package, all of the diapers will have your logo and name on them. All of the adult babies will be wearing a Jim's Lumber Company diaper. And now for the silver package, we really step things up. You still get the diaper package, don't worry. But when you step up to silver, and that's like $1,000 package, which blows people, this is going to blow some. Your name and logo are printed on the 100 special commemorative My Little Pony horse dildos that will be distributed to the crowd during the event. So we're going to have all these My Little Pony horse dildos, which are just disgusting. And those exist, by the way, the horse penis dildos. That's a thing if you want to start Googling. And then the gold package. The gold package.
Okay,
that's where That's where we really make your money work for you, sir. See, we're going to have sort of a halftime during the 5K charity trot, walk, or crawl, which is what we're calling it. The trot, walk, or crawl, yes. And what we're going to have 1 dozen cloppers that fully dressed. They're going to be singing a song midfield during the halftime show, and they're going to write a special clopper-related song about your business. And they're going to be out there dressed as, My Little Ponies
Horses,
and fucking each other and singing your song. So would you be interested, sir? Could I say?
There's no way in hell you're getting through this much of this
diatribe. No, but I have to have all the material.
Well, you need to think of more. How about the LRP, the League of Recovering Pedophiles? Like just random groups that sound like they could be real, but also very inappropriate.
The League of Recovering Pedophiles. We're trying to integrate them back into the school system, man. These are men who were formerly professors, members of the clergy, teachers, coaches. These guys had a rough time of it, right? They were in a different state. We're bringing them into Georgia, man. These guys are from South Carolina, as far away as the Philippines. They've run into a bit of legal trouble with their man-boy love. And we think that that's a beautiful thing, and we don't frown on it here. So the League of Recovering Pedophiles just wants to know if you'd like to sponsor a special place for one of these pedophiles to be moved into your neighborhood and integrated back into society.
Oh, see, you're taking it a different direction. That's better. I was saying League of Recovering Pedophiles like they're trying not to be pedophiles anymore, but you're saying League of Recovering Pedophiles like they're trying to finally just accept
back on their feet
themselves for who they are.
They're still fucking kids.
Yeah,
yeah, of course. Like you can't change that.
Yeah.
The only thing that fixes pedophilia is chemical sterilization. I mean, we all know that.
I do think that you're never really going to fix that in someone.
Sterilize. What if you sterilize? If you castrate them?
I was unable to find a My Little Pony dildo, but the things that this show does to my search
I got
history...
you, Woody.
Far off into the weeds.
Well, which one do you want to see? The blue one or the? let me find the pony dildos.
Don't. Oh my God.
What? Why do you always have animal dildos? Here we go. So there's a ton of them.
But are they My Little Pony specific? That was what I searched for.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
no, the zombie dildos we found before, or the vampire fleshlight, which would not turn me on at all. But
that vampire fleshlight, it had teeth.
Yeah, it's a little scary to me. Like I get that the teeth were soft and plush and whatever, but just the same, teeth in a fleshlight, no bueno.
One of these, this big one here is $240. It's the Ellipse Art Equinox, but it's spelled equine ox.
Oh.
Equine dildo. It looks like it's a strap-on that literally gives you a realistic horse cock.
That's what you need.
Wow, there are some interesting ones here.
You can get spunk cum lube that looks like semen.
Jesus Christ.
128 ounces of such is $110.
You really start to see the savings at the 10-gallon mark.
Or like the demonic ox balls. They look pretty.
This is like a costume for
Great.
deviant.
I love this website. Now, the fetish zone, eh? All right.
Wow, there's a darker corner of this website.
A darker corner? Oh, the stockades. They sell stockades? They do sell stockades. Now, I've been thinking of picking up a stockade. What do you use, Taylor? Do you have like a office furniture kind of thing with some duct tape going on? Because when you got a real stockade, I feel like, I don't know, you come off like a professional.
Yeah, absolutely. A real man has a real stockade. Yeah.
Why is it guys in the stockade when I link it? Like, why was it all guys in the stockade?
You know what? I bet they sell saddles.
Oh, I bet they do. What do you think this model got paid? This stockade model?
He was just doing it for the stockade. That's the store model. He just gets to bring it home with him. Yeah.
You got to keep that one?
Yeah. It's a little rickety because that's the test, but yeah.
I'm on the electrosex beginner kits. Some of these things I've seen marketed not as sex toys, and it makes me wonder if maybe I just didn't understand their full potential.
That could be.
Like,
which things are you seeing? Like, is there some power tool you're seeing? There's like, oh, that's for acid.
Here, I'll link the Zeus Palm Power Box, and you tell me if that's even a sex toy.
Yes, that is a sex toy.
Oh, come on, you've seen that like
Yeah, I've got
as a
one
legit therapy tool, right?
Yeah, I've got one of those. Things sucks. Like I don't know. I've put it on like my arm muscle or whatever, and it'll like make it twitch a little. But it's
Yeah, and that
I
apparently
need
has
10
some
times
value.
this much power to get souped up. Oh, look at
Yeah,
this.
I've had that in physio.
This device right here is one that like when I see something like this, even I who I've got an open mind about things, right? Like I
Very much so.
when I see this, I just think why? Who's into this? Who wants this? Why are you doing this to yourself?
Oh, this is a piercing
Defy
kind
you
of
to
thing,
more
right?
niche market than that.
No, it's not.
Let me read the description. I'm not sure I understand how this thing works.
I don't either. I just listened to Riley.
I think it's pretty
That's-
straightforward.
I think- yeah, they're gonna stick that down your Jap's eye.
Your what?
Your Jap's eye, like a Japanese person's eye. All right.
Oh my god.
That's the, we should end on that note.
Here's that
Christ, the most
Australian
racist thing
race.
of the night.
The-
Pee hole a Jap's eye?
The shaft is hollow silicone, which is naturally bending, affording comfort and flexibility. The
That's his gook paper.
Yes, so that goes down the penis, and I guess the top part, the ring, goes around it, and
Yeah, that way you can come through that tube while you're
But-
being
but-
sounded, which is what, you know.
how is? Oh, I see. Because normally when you're sounded, you can't come at all because you're clogged up. But with this thing through your Jap's eye, you're able to come and be sounded at the same time. Suddenly, this makes a lot of sense.
This doesn't. How do you get into this? Like
Well,
this looks so.
you start slow, I hope.
Most of these things begin in the shower.
Yeah, my pee
Begin
hole.
with a no good Nick uncle when you're a kid.
I'm open-minded, but my pee
Much
hole is
bodily
not part of the fun toolbox. Like I don't want anything done to my Jap's eye. I don't want anything going on there at all. Like certainly penetration. I've seen like full ladies' fingernail fingers inserted in there. I've seen a fork, like a plastic fork, put in handle first in there. There are some awful things on the internet.
One time when I was really, really young, maybe 6 years old, I put either the back end
Whoa!
or
Where's this going?
or one side of a tweezers in my pee hole, and I found it to be very painful. And I haven't done anything like that
Was
since.
that the learning experience as a kid? Just I wonder what would. Oh. Okay.
That's pretty much how that went. It was like, oh, let's see how this works. Maybe I'll insert something in here, and then and I tried it, and I was not even in maybe half a centimeter, and it was awful. It was full on like a complete pain, whatever that is, and
That was your first lesson of that is an out hole only. Yeah, nothing going in there.
yeah. And Kyle couldn't take that story.
I don't like the pee hole stuff. You know what else I don't like? Any thought of like fingernail clippers being used as an offensive weapon. Like the idea of those pinching flesh or ripping flesh for some reason is just a real
Like taking little chunks out, little geometric chunks. Like
yeah. Something about the way that device works, the mechanism and the way it like I don't know. Something about that like skeeves me out. The idea
do you ever
of
think
that,
about just putting it right on this area on the bottom of your nose, right there, and then just squeezing it as hard as you can?
No, I don't think about
What
that. 'cause
about
that's
what about a stapler? Have you thought about that?
where would I put it?
Oh, nipples,
I've stapled.
nose. I don't know.
We used to play a game where we'd staple ourselves with a stapler.
Right on your Jap's eye.
We used to. Well, we would always staple our arms or our hands. It was some stupid game we would play where like if you lost, I don't remember what we were playing. We were like flicking quarters and who could get closest to the edge. And if you lose, you got to staple yourself. And you get like 4 people playing, so that way you're not constantly getting stapled, and it's kind of fun.
No, I don't think that.
You bring your own stapler, prevent.
I don't see Milton
burial
Bradley
disease.
picking this one up.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't-
I'm not trying to brag
It's like-
that I dodged peer pressure or anything, but a staple never just found its way into my arm and some
I
dumb
invented the
lunchroom.
game. What are you talking about? Peer pressure? That was my game. That was good stuff. It
Oh,
was
so
like
you peer pressure keep stapling.
I mean, it was a boring work environment. You know, it was like operation, but with a little bit more of a consequence.
Interesting.
I think we should wrap soon. Do we?
I was thinking that too. Call it a wrap right there.
we'll get let's wait till Elena gets back, and we can.
That's it. Just yell it randomly, and it's pronounced properly. Elena. Am I getting better?
No.
Here she is. Yeah, no, you're getting very close.
Yeah, there's Elena.
There she is.
Or lasagna.
Are we still talking about dildos?
No, we're all done.
No, you missed it. Sad for you.
It never really stops.